Hey everyone, welcome back to the Figure Bit channel. We've got some Boglins.
It's something a bit different than what we would normally show. We both grew up with Boglins, right? Yeah. So they've recently released these new ones, so we thought we'd pick them up, have a little look, show you guys, and let you know our thoughts.
We've got an original one from the 80s up on top.
Yes, we've got an old school one, so we're going to have a little comparison and compare the originals, have a look at the new, and then go from there, I guess.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job at recreating the packaging, like down to the smallest detail. The new boxes have a little bit of extras writing, you know, little...
There's a few changes here and there.
Yeah, but basically they've really done a great job of recreating the original box.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm so glad that they went to that extra detail to do that, because they didn't have to.
A lot of love's gone into them.
Yes. So, why don't we open these up and have a closer look. So we've got the original one out here. As you can see, he's very faded. He's lost a lot of his paint. But we're going to open up these new ones.
Okay. Get them free.
Set these free. Yay. So these new ones, okay, he's not free just yet. We'll have to figure that out.
Some twisty tie action underneath.
Yes. Well, his tail, you have to attach their tail. Oh, what's this? Wow. Is it like part of a map? That's quite nice.
Alright.
So we have a little map, we've got some instructions, we've got some little bits and pieces. The box, let's just get the original one up here real quick. So you can see the original one has a hole in there to put your hand in. This new one, it's there, but you have to punch it out yourself, which I think is quite a nice touch. Yeah, people don't want to damage the packaging in any way, but other than that, it's pretty faithful.
Yeah.
Good. So, right. So you get the main Boglin. We've got the tail, and then we've got these bits and pieces here. So, okay. So this looks pretty straightforward. That bit goes in there.
Sweet.
Some sweet Boglin action. And I guess that just goes on like that.
Job done. It's got a tail.
There we go. And this guy, yeah, the tail is separate. Okay. Okay, well why don't we open these other ones and then we'll have a look at all of them. And then we'll get a comparison of these two, because these are the same Boglin, essentially. Although this one's very faded. But still got some of his purple on his back. But
I still love the original. I think they've done an amazing job with these new ones, but there's a certain charm, skin tone.
Certainly is, yeah. Anyway.
That skin tone on the original is still holding up, even though he's lost a bit. Look at him just looking at me.
Number two.
Hey.
And three. Done. So, we've unboxed all of the Boglins now. They're all free from their shackles.
Yep.
The first thing that I've noticed, I mean, let's just take a look at the boxes real quick, is that the original box is slightly bigger.
Yep.
Slightly taller, but same depth. So it's just ever so slightly taller, so I don't know why they did that. And obviously the bars are slightly bigger.
And obviously to attach all the tails for the new ones.
Yeah, that was another thing. I don't ever remember having to do that. One thing that I'm interested. Oh, okay, so it's the same. So it's exactly the same design. If you saw.
And the actual Boglin seems to be a little bit bigger, doesn't he? The old one.
Let's have a look.
Fractionally.
I mean, to be honest, no, I think they're pretty much the
I
same.
still like the original, man. It's just, he looks more real.
See, well, when we were off camera, we did mention that could just be due to age. I mean, you can see he's still got the same tooth in the same place. The nose is the same. All the wrinkles. See how it's like all the wrinkles. It's the same skull. Back up here. I think the paint work is still slightly different because obviously this guy's brand new, and this guy you can still see used to have some green around his mouth, whereas this is kind of on his cheekbones. So obviously the paint on this guy has faded. You can see he was a lot more purple on the back, much like this new one. But even though he's faded, I still think it would have been slightly different as well, because he does have some paint where this guy doesn't. The colour of the mouth is very different as well. This is obviously red, whereas this is pink, and that's not actually painted on the top there. I had this one when I was a kid, and my brother had the blue one.
I like the blue one.
I really like the blue one.
He's interesting.
So this is the original box, so it doesn't have all of the new ones that are coming out.
Pause that and have a read, folks.
These ones here.
I like the illustration of them all hanging out in the swamp.
Yeah, well, it's the same illustration. I really love how they've so faithfully recreated it.
So, original box, new box. Very nice. But yeah, these little ones here, the pumpkin one, the clown.
Those are cool.
Bog.
They're out now. I'm pretty sure when I ordered these, they haven't been released yet. But
How the hell do you say that one looked like a skull?
Boggo Bones.
Oh, okay, bones. All right.
Boggo Bones.
Yeah. Very nice. The clown one's really
Crazy
cool.
Clown, Blobkin, and Boggo Bones. Yeah.
And what's that? The two websites there. Two different websites above Boggo Bones.
Oh yeah, also Tri-Action Toys. So that's one thing we haven't mentioned as well, is that the original was made by Mattel. These new ones are made by Tri-Action Toys. I've never heard of Tri-Action Toys, but they've done such a great job. But the website is just their website and then Boglins website.
Very, very well done.
Designed by a guy called Tim Clark.
I'm sure a lot of people are happy, man. A lot of 80s kids.
Oh, so many.
Second chance. You know, these are special toys because they last.
Yes.
And they were fun, and you can still use these today. I could easily use one of these as a little like segment bit in between parts of a video, just having the Boglin chatting film.
Yeah. So the original, the date on that box is 1987. So that's the year I was born. So this guy is 33 years old.
Wow.
And these guys are probably a couple of months old.
Definitely.
But you can see how, I mean, obviously the paint has gone.
1989 was when I got my one.
So yeah, I mean you can see how well it's held up. But yeah, the originals go for a lot of money on eBay, particularly if they're boxed and in good condition. The originals can go for an awful lot of money on eBay. So I know there's so many people that were so happy that they re-released them, because I mean, you know, how many 80s toys these days get re-released to such a high degree? I mean, there have been some, like
Ghostbusters were doing a good job.
I was just about to say, actually, there was the the Hasbro Kenner re-release of the Ghostbusters. These were done really well. So I guess it does happen, but not necessarily with things quite like this, because they were a bit. I was going to say they were a bit niche, but I'm sure they probably weren't. I'm sure they were probably very popular.
Oh yeah, I remember the TV ads and everything.
Yeah.
And it was out of my price range when I was 9 years old, so if it wasn't for good old Eddie getting me one for my birthday, I probably never would have got one.
Yeah.
So, and everyone was clawing over it, fighting to get their hands on it at the party when I got one for my birthday, and everyone's trying to play with it. And it was a bit of a tug of war to actually get your hands on the thing.
Get your hands on the old Boglin, yeah.
And the Turtles, I remember when the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures, the first ones that came out.
Got some up there as well.
Crazy, yeah. Krang.
Yeah, we got Krang. We got Raphael.
Oh yeah.
Over there.
That was, I remember. Bloody hell, the playground. The first kid who had one just got like, yeah.
So here are the new Boglins. Again, I'm so glad that they actually decided to re-release these.
Yeah.
The materials that they've chosen are slightly different, as we've said. Like the originals are a bit more matte, and the new ones are a bit shinier.
Yeah.
But again, it could be to age. I don't really know. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't. I'm pretty sure that they are slightly different.
They certainly have a charming quality about them.
They do. They're your little ugly pals. But I just really like how faithfully it's done. When I look at the sculpt, when you look at all of where the lines are, it's pretty much the same thing. I mean, it's been retooled for the horns, and there's a couple of slight differences here and there, but for the most part, they're very, very faithful.
Right, thanks for watching everybody, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I don't know why I've gone Northern. Right everyone, thanks for watching, and buy a Boglin, support the Boglins, and support the channel. Subscribe, hit the bell icon, notification next to the subscription button, that way you get emails every time we upload a video. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on Instagram at The Figure Pit, and behave yourselves. See you later, bye.